how to get a lot of clients using segmentation. Remember when we talked about this in the last video? Well, now in this video I'm going to talk to you about all the mistakes that people do when they try to segment the market to know the right type of clients for the product and how to avoid them so you'll be able to get the correct sales that you want. Hi, my name is Sharif Fawad from A7A Accelerator to 7 Achievement and the creator of Negotiate to Achieve, the best online course right now for negotiation on the market using tactics, not strategies. It's presented by me, but narrated by the best narrators on the market. Now, to get into the topic, the first thing that people do that actually make them not able to get the clients or the right segment of the market is that they generalize too much the segment that they're looking at. So for example, they look at a type of segment and they make it so big that they're not actually able to focus on the correct people that they're supposed to target. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm trying to sell my online course. Now, if I put my online course on the market and I target people from 18 to 65, that's too big. That's not even a segment. And if I say, oh, but I said that it's the people that are interested in business between 18 and 65. Well, not everybody from 18 to 65 want to take online classes or can use the platform that I have my online classes on. So you have to know how to tighten your segment even more to have it more specific so you can target the right people for your product. The second thing is in the bad data quality. So if you're getting information, you have to verify the source of this information. If your cousin tells you that this is the right segment for you because he heard that and this and that, that's bad data, that's bad information, and you can't actually verify it, and then you will just follow his lead and you might lose a lot of money. This happened to me once before in stocks, and I actually lost a lot of money because I went into something that I wasn't actually aware of, and I just went on the data that other people told me about. Another thing is they neglect the behavior data. So if I say, for example, that I'm gonna target a segment of the market here in one country, and then it works for me, and then I try to target the same segment in another country, I don't take in consideration their behavior and their customs. For example, if I try, for example, to sell something in China, let's say a type of clock, so a white clock. So let's say it sells here where I am very well. However, if I sell it in China and I present it as a gift, that will be a very bad idea because over there in their culture, the color white is associated with death, and clocks, they are associated also with lifespan and death. So these will be combined together, will be a really bad gift. However, if I change the color to red and maybe the product to something else, that will be more akin and more going forward with the culture of this country, even though the segment itself, the age group and the gender are the same, their culture and their behavior is different. Now, if you segment without clear purpose, that's one of the other major mistake that you would do. For example, I say, I have a nice product. I'm gonna sell it to males between 25 and 35. Why? You don't know, you just choose the segment. It doesn't work that way. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a reason for choosing the segment. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense and you're just using by luck. You're going by luck. You might be lucky or not. It's too random. You cannot rely on it. Another mistake that people do when they're segmenting is they don't update their data enough. So for example, if you have a data or information about a segment and you use it and it works, you can't expect this to be the same way forever because trends changes, laws changes, and a lot of things changes, and these changes will affect your sales. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm selling plastic spoons. Now I say, okay, My segment is restaurants in these countries. They will need these plastic spoon. This type of restaurant, small type of restaurant, will need a plastic spoon. Bigger restaurant, they use the metal one because people sit down. But the small one, they actually do a lot of takeout, so we'll use my plastic spoons, and it actually works and it sells. And then I keep it that way. If I don't follow with the trends or the laws, I wouldn't realize that there are changes for environment concerns, that people are going more toward bamboo or wood or paper spoons. So I would think that I'm doing well, but in reality I'm going into a big issue, because soon my product might actually be banned from this country, or people will use it less because it's not as looked for as it used to. So people don't want it anymore. They are more concerned about the environment. So you need to be able to keep up with the trend and follow and update your data, so you know what's happening on the market and adjust in that way. Another thing is that a lot of people ignore the niche segment. So some people, they actually try to sell product and they look at the big picture too much, but they don't realize that there's always a niche in every market, that if you go after this niche just by itself, it will make you a lot of profit. So let's say, for example, people who are lifties. Now this is a niche that not a lot of people actually look at, but that could be very profitable if you create product just for them. If you create product that a toothbrush that is easier to hold when you're a lefty, that will make it better for them to buy it or wanting to buy it, and you can target these people more easily because you know that who you are targeting, and your product is made exactly for these people. And some people specialize only in niche segment of the market, and they actually they are very successful because they make a lot of product, because there's not a lot of competition in that niche. There's a lot of problems also with lack of integration. So sometimes, especially in big corporation, what happens is that they try to find a right segment and they actually find it, but there's a problem of communication between the two departments. So the marketing department, within the marketing department, or the sales department and the marketing department, they don't communicate that well together. And what happened is, one department say, okay, this is the right segment for the market, but the other department keeps selling to the broader segment or the wrong segment. So you need to have the right integration between your marketing strategy and the segment that you have found out and associated to your product. You can't just use the same marketing strategy for all segments. Each segment has a different marketing strategy. The last thing that is actually you need to focus on the most, and what's actually going to help you with all the other steps that we spoke about before, is you need to fail and learn. What does that mean? Testing by trial. You try the segment and you look at the stats and see how it's going. Did it do well or not? If it didn't do well, try again, but do tweaks. Always try with small amounts at the beginning, so you will see the results. And once you find the key formula, then you can go all in and bet on it. A lot of people, what they do is that they try once, twice, it didn't work, that's it, that's all, and they're so close to the right segment, but they don't actually get to it because they don't try multiple times. So you need to try multiple times with different strategies, not the same one, for you to be able to fall on the correct segment and actually do a lot of sales. And most importantly, don't forget, the best negotiation class online right now is Negotiate to Achieve. I'm actually doing this a gift for you. It was an amazing product that we created, a whole team of us. I'm presenting the classes, but amazing narrators are narrating every tactics on the in the class, and the class is available right now on Udemy. So I encourage you to take a look at it, and I hope to see you on the other side.